Action!
Hard to say, I need you here now every day. And given that it don't seem fair, oh no. Well, I keep turning round, I'm looking up and looking down. But even so, you're never there, not anywhere. Whoa, I can't bring myself to cry. Whoa, I'm tired of living out this life. Distant hearts and distant minds can always make believe they'll find it out. And I believe I'll find it out.
One day, my phone rang, and it was my agent. After it was every woman at my agency screaming in the phone at me about Cutting Edge, all talking at once, talking about the Dorseys, talking about their coming back, talking about Kate and Doug. It's one of those projects you work on and you tell people what you're doing, and they're immediately like, oh, that's great. Is it about their daughter? Oh, I hope it's about their daughter. Are they still married? Oh, they better still be married. Are they happily married?
The story of Cutting Edge 2 is about basically a love story. It's a girl and a boy who are both in high-octane professions. One's a professional ice skater, solo. One is a professional inline skater. And what happens when they meet?
One of the things that I like about this script is that it's really a family film. There's nothing in it that's over the top or offensive or on the edge, no pun intended. You know, it's really just a nice, heartwarming movie.
The script is brilliantly written, and it's a great story.
It's sort of a really timeless tale of figure skating champions who fall in love with each other.
It really touches people, and I think it's been enduring and long-lasting for a reason.
Christy Romano is an actress that I worked with from even Stevens. So I kind of knew what she was about as far as her acting, which is absolutely incredible.
It's not worth winning if you don't have to fight for it. I think you were the one who taught me that.
Ross Thomas was picked at the 11th hour. He was picked out of at least 100 different actors. What struck me most about him was his charm. He had a Harrison Ford quality. He had a smile, twinkle in his eye that I just knew the girls would go crazy. And it was a good mix because he had to have that charm, somebody you'd like right away, and Christy has to have an edge that she can play really well.
Why are you even talking to him? Don't you understand he's just here to humiliate me?
You really need my help for that?
Sometimes, if you have an edge, you're never going to hook up with somebody charming. And I put these two in the room together, and out of all of, we had like 10 people she finally tested with, these two just clicked. And just, I don't know if it was the lines or some chemistry that was going on underneath the surface, you could just tell. He looked great, she looked great. They connected on some other level, they smiled, they touched each other. It just felt really organic.
She's terrific. She brings a lot to the screen, and so does Ross. He's got a great energy, I think, as an actor, and working with them has really been a blast.
Oksana Bayul found out that we were making the Cutting Edge 2, and she called to take a meeting with me. She came in and was just in my office, bubbling all over. She said, I will do anything to be in this movie. I'll be the Zamboni driver. I knew at that moment she had to be in the film, and she was just amazing. She's just this, you know, she has this Russian accent that she says, you know, Doug, your daughter is doing so good.
I get to have a lot more fun with Jackie than I think I've had playing other characters. She's a little paranoid because she really wants to impress this guy. And there is a side to her that is spontaneous, and she wants to give in to her urges, but she's forced to be the best because I think she has so much on the line, and she's so committed to what she's doing that she really doesn't know anything else.
We didn't hold back at all. We weren't afraid to try things and experiment, and I think we really brought that spark. You know, you need in a romance drama, you need, as an audience member, you really need to see that there's that spark, and it needs to be believable. And I think Christy and I think we bring it. So I think we got that whole thing going on.
They make a tough couple at first, but through what mom and dad get them together, they tie them up, and pretty soon we start realizing as the love story progresses that these two skate beautifully together and they are meant to be together.
I think Jackie Dorsey knows all along that she's in love with Alex Harrison and that she wants it to work. She wants more than anything for him to be the man for her. And in a way, this story sort of is a fairy tale about these two people who meet and instantly fall in love on the beach and then are sort of joined together through this passion on the ice. And then it generates from that to off of the ice.
I have children, and as a father, I want them to be happy. I want them to achieve everything that their heart desires. And so that's really the focus that's driven me in this character, is just maintaining that connection with my daughter and driving her to where she wants to be, but being careful also not to drive her too hard and tell her to take it easy every once in a while.
No, I've never done a shower scene before in a movie. Blushing. Yeah, Kim Kendrick played Heidi. She's a beautiful girl. You know, we kept it very classy, and it was quick. It's a good shower scene.
Jackie, in that instance, she kind of has to pay for it because then she figures out that he's with another girl, and it's kind of awkward. It's very awkward, actually.
The great thing about Sean is he really gives us as artists a freedom.
You're familiar with the director, you know the type of work that he does, then you lay back and trust him, and you're along for the ride and you have a great time.
About 10 years ago, I actually watched John Landis direct a film, and I noticed that he had this really nice way of talking to the actors and letting them know. He'd get all excited, magnificent, that was stupendous, and he would just go off on this just getting his actors excited, and I really liked that. I saw it made them feel better. It made them feel like, wow, I did something really good, which is so important for actors. So after that, I started doing it my own way. When I would make a film, I would say, you know, magnificent. And when it got better, it was brilliant. And when then they were perfect and it was time to move on, it was genius. Kind of a fun way of letting the actors know, because they need to know how good they are.
Oh, brilliant and genius. Wow. Those two words are going to be ringing in my ears for the next couple months. I'm going to be waking up in the middle of the night hearing, genius, genius, moving on, cut.
In all the movies I do, I make sure I cast myself because A, as a director, I want to experience what the actors are experiencing, and B, I'm just a real big ham. In this particular film, I'm the resort guest. Very spectacular part in the first act of the film. I remember when they asked me to do Cutting Edge 2 that I'd seen the first Cutting Edge and really liked it. It was a really, really good movie. So for me, the challenge is, how do I shoot something that I have no idea about? So I get to go learn about it. Come here, this is a really good movie. Look over here. Spinning people on green.
We had this contraption that held me in a split with my legs, and there was a green screen in the back so that it looks like me who is spinning and jumping as high as I was.
I've done lots of movies with special effects, and green screens is one of my favorite because I can put the actors in very dangerous situations without actually having to put them there. I can put them on a green screen and then I can marry and composite the 2 shots later with CGI computer work. It's absolutely amazing. A triple twist with Christy flying through the air, and a triple toe with Ross doing a triple toe. So that's what I use green screen for, is to actually marry elements together that are impossible in real life but can make magic happen on the screen. Harry, you mean our cameraman can ice skate? Are you kidding? We have a cameraman who can actually ice skate and shoot the picture. We're saved. All right, thanks, man. Great job.
Okay, here we go. Ready? Rolling.
I grew up in a village in Wisconsin where everyone skated because the firemen in the wintertime would just flood this field across the street from the fire department with water, and everybody would come from the village and go skating. And there were various famous skaters from the town, like Eric and Beth Hayden were from just up the street, who are Olympic speed skaters. But I mean, I don't skate any better than your average 10-year-old from Wisconsin. But around here, it's a rare thing to find, especially in a cameraman. So it's been fun.
When I got hired to work on Cutting Edge 2, Christy Romano had already been placed as she's a wonderful actress, but she had not done much skating previously.
It's a lot of hard work because you know that you don't want to embarrass the sport. So you have a little bit of pressure on you.
We pushed her. I had her on the ice 3 hours a day for about a week and a half. And Ross Thomas, who plays Alex in the movie, he got cast 3 days before they started shooting.
So I grew up rollerblading, so I had some sense of skating. However, I probably only ice skated once or twice. I got a call from my agent that said, "You're going to be testing on ice." And I said, "Listen, you've got to help me find some kind of trainer that I could get on the ice with." So I did a couple hours a day. Let me tell you, it made a world of difference.
These guys just took to ice like fish take to water.
We only had a week and a half, 2 weeks preparation, but Ross Thomas and I have skated on the ice at any moment. We try to skate at all times.
I think we had really good chemistry together, and so that really helped the process. And once you're on that level with another human being and that chemistry's clicking, then you kind of share in the passion of picking it up and learning together.
I'm so excited that they could do so much of their own skating. I had wonderful doubles that could come in to do the big tricks, but we were able to shoot Christy and Ross really doing a lot of their own skating, and that's going to be just invaluable, and you're really going to feel it on film.
I play Jackie's skating double, and so I do all of her jumps, her triple jumps, and her side-by-side jumps, and footwork, and spins, and all the choreography. I've been skating since I was 5. I started competing when I was about 7. I've gone on different internationals around the world. I've been an alternate for Worlds and Olympics, and I've medaled at nationals. I train a few hours on the ice each day and a few hours off the ice, about 5 or 6 days a week. And hopefully everything will go well and I'll go to the Olympics in Torino.
My double, Jamie, does backflips, and he does all of these crazy tricks on ice. And the way it's cut together is just gonna make me look like a genius on ice. The scariest moment was the first time that I stepped on the ice to do an actual routine when the camera was rolling. And once Christy and I started, really skating in unison together and getting it down, then it wasn't, that fear kind of went away.
I love ice skate. I can't skate to save my life, but I'm one of those people when you're going around, and you're flipping through, and it says, "Oh, the ice skating trials, turn it on," and I'm fixated.
I started skating when I was 3.5 years old, and my grandfather gave me skates as a present, as a Christmas present, and my grandmother took me by the hand to the ice rink in Russia, and I loved it.
I'm a humongous fan of the Cutting Edge original movie, and this is just as good. The quality, the skating, the drama, the love, it's all there. And, maybe it's even better.
For young people that are starting to figure skate, I hope Cutting Edge 2 inspires them. I hope that they see the beauty and the artistry and also the athleticism that it takes to be a competitive figure skater. I hope that this makes little kids want to get on the ice.
I know that when this production's over, I will keep ice skating in my life. When you get on the ice and you're just skating and you actually know what to do, sometimes it's so relaxing. And that's something I don't think I want to give up. I can see how people absolutely fall in love with the ice. It's a beautiful, beautiful sport. And unless you try it, you don't realize how much respect that these figure skaters really deserve.
I think in the end of the movie, it's your heart that really comes through in these characters.
I think that at the end of the day, we know that we've tried our best and we're happy with the results.
darkness, I feel you at night, knowing that your love makes everything right. We have been waiting as time has gone by. We're waiting for something held deep in the night. We're shutting out all that's been to be, when really we should let it free. We'll awaken when you feel it in your soul, when you taste it. That's when we will reach our goal. I will have to break through. You save me, I will rescue you. This mystery we can hide. I see it in your eyes. The plans we made are broken. The love we feel's unspoken. But today we'll show the world what we both know. Then we'll awaken when you feel it in your soul, when you taste it. That's when we will reach our goal. Yeah, we'll awaken. All my life I've been dreaming of you, but now I'm ready. Can't you feel